welcome to another video from the well-read society. That's a tongue twister. In this video, it's all about the books that I got from the library recently. That sentence makes me so happy to say because I haven't been to the library in months because of Miss Rona, obviously. So the only library I've been to is my own book collection, and that's another reason why in my 2020 reading year wrap-up video I mentioned that I have reread a lot of books. That's one reason for it. Anyway, I got my mask on, I went out on the town. I discovered a whole new section in my local library, because the section I usually go to is like the young adult slash manga section. Anyway, all that to say, I went a little crazy. I got more books that I think I'm gonna have the time to read, but let's get started. The first two books that I can show you are actually two comics. The Avatar: The Last Airbender, specifically The Promise. This is part 2 and 3. I've already read and returned part 1. I'm so excited to read them, and actually all of the comics, especially since the Avatar studios are gonna open up and I wanna at least read everything that's available before the new movie comes out. In The Promise, we start right after the 100-year war ends, but just because the war has ended, it doesn't mean that tensions that have been built up throughout the war will be resolved overnight. I'm really excited to read these. Like everybody else, I rewatched Avatar: The Last Airbender during quarantine. Sweden never went into quarantine, but you know, the first quarantine that the entire world went through, yeah, during that time. I rewatched the show at least twice, once alone and once with my sister, and I had a blast. And I want to also reread comic books. These are comic books, and starting with a world that I'm comfortable with and that I know really well seems like a good start. So, Avatar: The Last Airbender, promise. The next two books I can show you is The Color Purple by Alice Walker and Anything We Love Can Be Saved, also by Alice Walker. The reason why I picked up these two books by Alice Walker is because over on our Instagram account we had a Black History Month project where we shouted out a lot of Black content creators, bookish Black content creators. We talked about a lot of issues in the literary world that affects Black people, and we also profiled a lot of Black authors. And one of the authors that I wrote about and researched was Alice Walker, and I felt immediately almost a little ashamed because I knew of her but I haven't read anything by her. And The Color Purple is a classic for a reason, it's beloved for a reason. I wish I had read it sooner, but now I have the chance to do so. The only thing I really know about The Color Purple is a character writes really honest letters to God. That's what I've been told on the internet, and it seems really interesting. I also know that there's a movie adaptation of The Color Purple. Now that I'm looking at my stack, there are a lot of movie adaptations of the books that I borrowed. So I want to read it, and I also want to watch the movie and see what changes did they make, what did they add. In Anything We Love Can Be Saved, Alice Walker, she writes a lot about wide-ranging topics, like I wrote some of them down. Religion, spirit, feminism, race, family, identity, politics, social change. I'm not surprised by it because what I've read of Alice Walker, she seems like a author that can write beautifully about a lot of topics. If you want to know more about Alice Walker, Audre Lorde, James Baldwin, and Maya Angelou, there's a post on our Instagram account a little bit about their life, the books by them, and other things they might not know about them. Check it out. The next book I picked up is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Khan. and I love the movie adaptation Crazy Rich Asians. I watched it the year that it came out. I loved it so much actually. I've only rewatched it a couple of times, but when I saw this book in the library, I realized that it's been a long time since I've seen the movie, and this is a good chance to read it and then watch the movie afterwards and also compare what did they add, what did they change, and I take any chance to rewatch the movie anytime I get it. In Crazy Rich Asians, it follows Rachel. She's a professor at NYU, I believe, and she follows her boyfriend to Singapore for his best friend's wedding, and things happen. Also, does Emma know when the second and third movie are gonna come out? It's been a few years now, and I'm very excited to like read the entire book, all the books, but I'm also excited to see the movies and like movie studios. I know that Miss Rowland is still around, but like you had a lot of time. What's happening? You wouldn't know this about me because I don't bring it up that often, but I'm the president of the Angie Thomas fan club. I haven't read On the Come Up or Concrete Rules yet, but I did read The Hate to Give the year that it came out, so that's something. But I picked up On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, and I'm very excited to read it. Sunny, the other host on this channel, has already read it and talks about it all the time. And now I just want to like get to it so I can like have something to say in our Angie Thomas fan club meetings. On the Come Up follows Bree, a 16-year-old rapper who wants to follow her father's footsteps and become a legendary underground hip-hop rapper. I feel like a mom who just wants to like fit in with her daughter's friends to be like, oh, you guys listening to like hip-hop rap? But yeah, she wants to follow her father's footsteps and become an artist, and I'm here for it. I know that I'm gonna love it because it's Angie Thomas. Obviously I'm gonna love this book, so I better get to it soon.
Cerulean Sea.
Cerulean Sea. The next book that I picked up is The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. Oh my god, I'm embarrassed now. Anyway, I picked this book up because it's been hyped on, especially on BookTube, for a very long time. I remember when I watched all of the my favorite books of 2020, this book came out a lot, and what I've gathered is basically about discovering a family and discovering it. What I've gathered is that it's about an unlikely family in an unlikely place, and then discovering that that family is your family. It's gay and it's hyped. If that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will, because I'm sold. I really want to get to it soon because once again, it's been hyped. A lot of my favorite booktubers have talked about it and loved it, so I'm following the bandwagon. Well, I feel like I've really gone through a lot of these books really fast because we're on my last book now, and this book is my favorite book of 2018, I believe. It's the memoir Becoming by Michelle Obama. My family's waking up. Oh wow. As I said, Becoming is the memoir about Michelle Obama, obviously. This is her face. In it, she talks a lot about her roots, how she found her voice, her time in the White House, campaigns, and her love story with Barack. I listened to the audiobook the first time I read it because, you know, hearing Michelle Obama speak for 8 hours, what a blessing. Best 8 hours of my life, honestly. And but oh my god, let me go. My family's being really loud.
One eternity later.
While when I picked this book up, I realized that there's a lot of pictures in it, and because I listened to the audiobook, I missed out on seeing the pictures. And it's also been a few years since I read the book, and I need some of her wisdom. There's a Swedish term called like a red thread. Yeah, that's not a Swedish term, this is also in English. I'm trying to find the red thread between all of these books. If you don't look at the Alice Walker books, because they might be a little bit, at least especially Color Purple, in the Letters to God is a lot of about the character's trauma and eventual triumph, but the rest of them I picked up because I just wanted something not too dark, but like I'm also, that's my family. I wanted something because I'm also studying full-time and I'm reading a lot for my classes. I just wanted something that wasn't too hard to get through and will just get me through the reading slump that I'm currently in. And I think I have a good bunch of books. That about wraps up this haul. I hope you liked it. If you read any of the books that I just mentioned, please comment down below and tell me which one and what you thought about it. I'll see you in 2 weeks because Sunny's gonna post next week. Or I'll see you every day on Instagram. Follow us there. Anyway, see you soon. Bye.